the most ultimate road trip on one of the most epic roads around the world, the NC 500. So that's the North Coast 500 in Scotland. You'll notice I'm not in my M3 and I'm not in my Alpina. We are in a van. So the question today is, did I ruin the road trip by hiring a camper van? So you might be wondering what the North Coast 500 is. So basically it's a loop that goes around the far north end of Scotland. So you literally follows the coast. The route starts at Inverness and loops back into Inverness, and it's roughly about 500 miles. So it's the northern coastal route. You know, I love the Nürburgring, which is the North Loop in Germany. So it's kind of nice that we're in Scotland and doing the North Loop. It's a bit of a mecca for both camper vans and fast cars. The roads are really amazing. The scenery is absolutely breathtaking. It's really varied. You start kind of in the highlands with epic mountains, and then you drop down to the coastline where there's just big coastal cliffs, and on the far north side, when it's sunny, it looks almost Mediterranean. It's like white sandy beaches. Obviously super cold, the weather's absolutely brutal. You can see it's raining but also sunny at the same time right now. This northern loop, really good roads, really fun to drive on, but also some of the road quality, especially further up north, single track, a lot of potholes, a lot of like passing spots that you kind of have to stop to let other cars past, and often those bits are super choppy, so massive potholes, lots of questionable road surface quality. So if you are planning to take your nice sports car there, just beware. You might, number one, bottom out. Number two, probably put your winter wheels on. Number three, don't do it on semi-slicks. Put your road tires on, because I can guarantee you'll probably drive off a cliff somewhere if you're in your semi-slicks. Hello guys, welcome to the van. It's been our home for the last 7 days. As a track guy, I'm not very familiar with vans, so it was pretty exciting to get this. Have a look in here. Got a full kitchen here with a fridge. Right, so the roof tent is the really exciting part, and it's super easy to set up. There's just two little straps here. So you undo the strap like so, and the whole thing just lifts. Easy peasy, and then you're completely set up. There's two beds up here, which we've been sleeping in. Traveling with a toddler, we'll be able to fit a full-size travel cot just in this space. So this is a double decker. And then when you're cooking, all you do is push this up, and then you can now stand in the van, which is always nice. And there's all these windows here that you can unzip. Get a lot more light. And then if you wanted to travel 4 people, this particular space, this rolls out into a bed, and it's a 2 people bed. You have full gas cooking facilities, with a view, even with a sink and everything, fridge obviously for your beers, and an oven. Haven't used it yet, but hey, storage is really important in these. But this whole thing is just full of storage. All of these just pop open, and you can just put so much food and other things in it. This is a really deep storage space as well. And then up front, what I really liked is you can fit 3 people across, which means you can fit a baby's a toddler chair here, and everyone sits up front, and it's nice to travel together and be all sitting up front. Just getting to the back here, camping, this table just slides out, which is really nice. And then you got lots more storage here. including chairs, window covers, gas bottle in there, and then there's a big slide-out drawer with all the cooking utensils, so plenty of space in here. And importantly, you have the awning. The weather's pretty unpredictable here in Scotland, so it's been awesome having that awning, except when it's super windy, it gets a bit rough. And we are at a loch near Inverness. See the view here, just camping in front of the creek. Doesn't really get any better than this, does it? So we are driving a Ford Transit Custom. I think it's from 2019 model. So it's the 2-litre turbo diesel version. It's got 170 horsepower and about 400 newton meters of torque. So pretty decent for a van. Its weight, without all this camping conversion gear in it, is 2,000 kilos already. So it's not a light car. And then with all these custom seats, the roof tent, the bed up the top, and the bed and seat conversion at the back, I reckon easily you're probably talking 2.5 tons. So not a light vehicle, but it's got decent amount of power. Never really felt like I struggled for more power this trip, really, especially given the way the roads are. And this has been our home for the last 7 days. So the question is, what's this thing like to drive? So I mentioned earlier that it probably weighs about 2.5 tons. It's obviously a van, so it's very high. So I'm quite used to driving cars very low to the ground, really stiff suspension. So this car is obviously completely different. The driving position, you're sitting very high, probably higher than most SUVs on the road. And the other thing is you sit very forward in the cabin. Both of those things are really good visibility. You see really far ahead. I mentioned that roads here are really choppy, so it's great. You can spot the potholes from miles away because you're so high up. And the other thing is, it handles okay. You would think it would handle like an absolute pig, but it doesn't. I think Ford's done a pretty decent job. I think you just got to recalibrate your driving style and really get in tune with how the car handles. Don't expect it to be super darty. It rolls a lot. It pogo sticks around a bit when you hit bumps. It kind of rolls a lot. So you have to jump in there thinking you're not a race car driver. You're not on the Nürburgring. What you are is Dakar truck driver. I think if you get into that mentality, you really start to get into the swing of driving this thing. It's actually really fun because you kind of just flow with the way it rolls and way it pitches and the way it bounces over. But yeah, it just glides over the crappy roads, and it's just nice to not have to worry about cracking your rims and all that stuff. So it's been actually amazing. And the other thing is, more than the driving experience, is the experience you're going to have in a camper van like this. So I did a quick tour of the van before. You can see you can literally set this van up within a minute. So the weather we had here is super windy, super rainy, really unpredictable. So it's amazing to be able to just park up, get the roof open, and you're shielded away from all of that. So to be able to do that in such a quick time and pack up probably only takes a few minutes as well. Just all of that just really enhances the whole experience of being on this road. And then finally, in Scotland, you are allowed to wild camp, which basically means using some common sense, you can pick spots and just stop in a forest, on the side of a road, in a car park, on a cliff top. As long as it doesn't say that you can't stay overnight, that means you can just camp. And yeah, to be able to just pitch up anywhere and set up for the night is an amazing thing. Yeah, you should definitely experience it. So I would say no, getting the van did not ruin my NC500 experience. It actually probably enhanced it, especially with a family. You know, you don't want to be just darting through the scenery anyway, so this kind of taught me to slow down a little bit, just really look out and enjoy the scenery, and really appreciate what's around you. And you know, the driving experience itself, not bad either. You just got to get into a different groove. Thanks for watching. So lastly, we got this van from Compass Campers in Edinburgh. It's a really good build. Everything's done really professionally. Super easy to set up, high quality stuff. So yeah,